Everybody, it's Debbie, Basket Case Mama Fab Finds, and we are at the Salvation Army today. Today is all the tags except for one are half price for clothes and shoes, so we're going to see what we can find. I'll see what I can record because it's usually busy in there, but we're going to do our best. See you in a minute. So we head right over to the men's department, and all the tags except for, I believe, the blue ones, which that was, are half price today. So we're just going through and we're just seeing what they have. I love half price day at Salvation Army. It's always on Wednesday. And today's actually a Wednesday, and we're probably going to head over there today for a little bit because I always manage to find at least one or two things that I really like. This was a very nice sweater, but the buttons were a little jacked up. So I was just trying to see what there was. That's a Mark Anthony, again, with a blue and a Hager. And even sometimes the prices are low on them enough. It doesn't matter about the tags so much if there's still room for profit. Banana Republics. The only thing I don't like is at the Salvation Army, they always put the tags. They staple their tags and they always staple them to the actual tag of the cart. That was Croft and Barrow. So it's always a little challenging. That was a Chaps. It was like a waffle knit, and I already have one exactly like that in my inventory right now. That was a St. John's Bay, Tommy Hilfiger, Eddie Bauer. So some of these are bread and butter brands, $15, but the price points, you have to watch. If you're going to make 15, you really got to watch. You want to get them cheap, cheap, cheap. I'll pick up those brands when I'm doing like a dollar day at our Goodwill, or at a fill a bag. When you're paying like really a little bit for some stuff, then those work out. This had some schmutz on it, but I did like the buttons, and the schmutz might have come out, so I was checking them out. Sometimes cardigans can do pretty well if it's a decent brand. Again, St. John's Bay, Knightsbridge, Natural Life. So that was something I hadn't heard of before, and it was a decent quality, so I was going to checking that out a little bit. Sonoma, that's I think Kohl's, or yeah, I think it's Kohl's. Old Navy. Old Navy is tricky. I picked up something Old Navy the other day that was just such a fine quality, and it is in my store. It's like a windbreaker thing, but man, I would have had no idea it was Old Navy by the quality of the product until I picked it up. That's a Gap, and that's kind of an older label too, so that was kind of cool. Anyway, so that's all right. Look how torn up that is around the necks. Another Old Navy. There is a whole lot of things to go through when you're doing clothing, and it is a process. So, and I know this isn't terribly interesting, but learning brand recognition is important when you're shopping. So, like that was a brand I had never heard of before, but it really didn't feel like great quality. So, that doesn't, just because it's a brand you haven't heard of before doesn't mean it's a good brand. Trying to see what this tag says, and it doesn't have a whole lot of info on it. So that might have been like something somebody picked up on Amazon. So now I went headed over to the purses, and this is I don't go to the purses all the time, but sometimes I do, and I'm trying to see one-handed with the phone what that tag is. There's a tag in there. Please come to me. It was Universal Thread. So that looked like it was leather. I was just trying to see what it was. They had some decent looking purses today, so I was kind of rifling through to see what I found, and I've actually picked up a couple purses lately. I like little beaded purses, and of course, if you can find a decent name brand purse that you can tell is real, that's always important because it's hard sometimes that fakes are good. That was a Susan Reeder, I think, or Susan Reed. This was, oh, can't read what it says. If you could read what it says, tell me in the comments. But I ended up leaving that one. This one was super cute. I would have used this for myself. I loved the lace front on it, although I'd probably destroy it, but it was still so cute. The black and white one was nice, but it was not a name brand. New York and Company. So hey guys, I'm gonna start the car because it's hot today in New Jersey. It's like 75, I think, already. Anyway, the Salvation Army. I was having trouble mixing films, but I found a couple nice sweaters. I found a sweater dress by Calvin Klein that was worth about $110 or something. I found a Philip Lim dress, beautiful dress, like formal dress, that's worth a couple $100. I found a bunch of Schleich horses. I paid up a little for them, but for a lot of them, they go for around $100, $120. So that was a good pick. And I got a couple plush because, you know, I had one was a Lovey, one was a Douglas black cat, because black cats do pretty well. They're probably not worth too much, but still. And I got, I don't know what else. But anyway, the Lim dress covered the whole thing. The cost was $47. So I'm in one item. I'm well into the profit margin once it sells. So it's a good day at the Salvation Army. So I'll put the comps up at the end. And thank you so much for watching. And that, Suede, is a Coach bag. It's in my cart and I'll show you in the hall.